Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to Georgia. For all my life, I have lived here in St. Charles, Illinois, just 1 hour west of the wonderful city of Chicago. This is where my entire YouTube career has existed. It started with gaming videos in my parents' house, then graduated to car videos in my parents' garage. Then I got a small shop 30 minutes away in a local town called Gilbert's, and then I came back to St. Charles and got our current shop, and I've been here for the past 3 years. But see, it's time to move on. After living in the same place for 23 years and filming in the same place for 8 of those years, I've gotten bored. I've gotten bored with this area, and I think I've gotten a little bit too comfortable staying the same. I've gotten too comfortable making the same content over and over again, working on the same cars, keeping the same cars. I've gotten too comfortable with not pushing myself, trying to make bigger and better videos. And that even goes for things that aren't part of my business, but even part of my life. And that's why we're moving to Georgia. Because Georgia is gonna put me outside of my comfort zone. It's gonna give me a whole new area to film in. It's going to push me to make the best content I can ever make. And I couldn't be more excited. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why Georgia? Why not Seattle or Texas or Florida or California or New England or somewhere else? Well, there's a few reasons. Number one is weather. I love Chicago. I love the change of season, going from a nice hot summer to a nice fall, then to winter, then to spring, then back to summer. But that's not the best for being an automotive YouTuber. 5 out of the 12 months, it's freezing cold, there's snow and salt on the ground, you can't do anything with the cars outside, you can't drive your fun cars. Georgia, it's gonna be nice all year. It'll still get cooler in the winter, but it's really not gonna snow, it's not gonna salt, gonna be able to drive the fun cars all year round, be able to go to events all year round. Other thing about Georgia is the environment / the location. The car culture in Georgia is freaking awesome. I learned that from our last trip. There's so many cool events, so many cool cars, so many cool companies down there that are automotive companies. That means more awesome companies to work with, more events, more opportunities for videos, and also more opportunity for collaborations. See, Georgia is kind of in the middle of the country. I guess it is more south, but most automotive YouTubers are south or on the west coast. The thing about Chicago is, in order to collaborate with any other YouTuber, we had to drive at least 15 hours. Georgia is a easy drive to Florida, pretty much closer to everything besides like Seattle. The third reason why we're moving to Georgia, which isn't Georgia specific, it's just one of the reasons why we want to move, is because of space. We're running out of space here at the shop. I want a bigger shop, I want a more planned out shop, and our apartment is a little too small as well. We also actually have friends in Georgia, like my boy Hunter. Hey! Let's talk about this shop and the new shop that we're gonna be getting down in Georgia. This shop has been awesome, and it's been way better than our first shop, but there's a few things that I really don't like about this shop. Number one is the layout. It's very long and it's very skinny, which means anytime you want to get a car in and out, you have to shuffle a bunch of cars around. I kind of want to get a shop that's the opposite. It's very not deep, but very wide with a couple different doors. So that way you can pretty much just pull any car in or out. Everything is gonna be kind of just what we find. But after being in this shop for a while, and after being in the last shop for a while, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. The shop is only 1,500 square feet, and the actual shop area is only 1,250 square feet. I'm hoping we can get a bigger shop and get 2 lifts. That would be super awesome. One of the main things about this shop is that when I moved in here, I didn't know much about working on cars and fabrication. And what that caused is just like kind of a poor setup. If I would have been fabricating before I moved in here, I would have set up the shop way differently. For the new shop, I want to have a fabrication room, pretty much a room that has all the fabrication stuff. I can do all the fabricating in that room and thus not get metal dust all over the rest of the shop. I wanna have a parts room with full inventory of a bunch of consumables. I'm talking AN lines, fittings, all sorts of different metals, simple things like oil, clamps, etc., etc. Stuff that I can buy in bulk once a month or every 6 months and not have to be just constantly going to the store. The new shop is going to be all about efficiency. This shop, not very efficient. New shop is going to be very efficient. Going to allow me to focus on working, making awesome content, not stressing about what do I need for this next video, what do I have to order in time, all that kind of stuff. Now I want to talk about our apartment and our living situation. So, I mean, let me start off by saying this apartment has been great to us and we are very lucky to have our own place. But there's 2 problems. It's small and it's expensive. We're paying over $1,500 a month, not including utilities, for this 900 square foot apartment. And down in Georgia, we can get a pretty decently sized house for that same price. Now, small isn't necessarily an issue, but I really feel bad for these guys. You've lived your entire life in 900 square feet, Axel. And same with you, Miota. And really, they actually have less space because one of our rooms is our merch room, which is another reason why we want more space, so we can get more merch. But we don't let the cats in here because otherwise your guys' merch will get covered in cat hair. Because no matter what you do, cat hair gets everywhere. So these guys probably have more like 650 square feet to live in. I'd love for them to have a house to play in. I'd love to have a bigger house so I can have my own office, so we can have a merch room, start doing more merch stuff, and just so we can have a nicer place. What do you think about Georgia, Axel? Yeah? Yeah, you like it? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Here's the crazy thing. It is April 13th as I film this. We have to be out of this shop May 14th. So I have exactly a month and a day to pack up all of this, pack up the entire apartment, and say goodbye. It's going to be intense because I also really want to get the dad-son finished. I also really want to get the Volvo to the track, but with your guys' support, I know I can do it. And with that being said, if you guys do want to support this move, help it go a little bit smoother, please check out the merch and consider supporting me on Patreon if you want. You'll get access to exclusive content and videos early. So yeah, that is why we are moving to Georgia. I can't tell you how excited I am, and I can't tell you how long it's been since I have felt this excited. I was gonna say I'm really hoping that this is going to revitalize the content, but I'm not hoping. I know it's going to revitalize the content. I've got so many ideas for series, for everything. The shop is gonna be so sick, our house is gonna be sick. It's gonna be awesome, and I have you guys to thank for this. 2020 was a hard year for me. It was a hard year for everyone, obviously. Without a doubt, would not have made it through as well as I did without all of your guys' support. So thank you. It's crazy to me when I read the comments. The majority of you guys have been here since the Forza days, which is just ridiculous. I really appreciate all of you guys sticking around. I have not been happy with content in the past year, maybe even the past 2 years, but that's going to change. You know, at the end of the day, there are so many things I could talk about this move, but there's no point. I'm just going to show you guys when they happen. As I said earlier, we're gonna be in Georgia May 14th, or I guess we're gonna be leaving here May 14th. When we get down there, we're gonna move in, then find a shop, move into that, customize that out. In the meantime, we're gonna be working on the Dadson and working on the Volvo. In fact, in the next video, we're gonna put a new fuel pump in the Volvo and get that ripping. If you guys wanna watch that, you can watch that right now by clicking one of those 2 corners. Thank you all so much for your support. Peace out and goodbye.